Hello everyone and welcome back to another review, Custom Spotlight. We've looked at a lot of good characters on this series, but today I thought we'd look at someone threatening, someone devious. A diesel of sorts, but not just any diesel. Here we have Dr. Ivo Robotnik and Agent Stone. So, let's take a look. So, Robotnik is made from a Trackmaster 2 diesel. I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually covered in paper that I glued on. You can kind of see where the bumps on the paper are. And you can really tell from the back. But yeah, that's basically what it is. The face is based off of Eggman's face with his big old mustache and his his sunglasses from the movie. He is labeled D1991, which is a reference to 1991 when Sonic 1 came out. And the big thing with the diesel is... hold on, I'm going to go get my Tommy diesel. The big thing that's different is that most versions of the diesel have static side rods. However, this Robotnik has moving side rods. So, originally this was just a diesel model that I gave moving side rods, because I basically took a blade and I cut off the static side rods on both sides and then gave it the wheels of... oh gosh, what engine did I use to take these from? Maybe a James? I don't know. But yeah, I had a lot of black wheels laying around, so I was like, why not just take this diesel model that I have and give it coupling rods. And at one point I even gave it a front coupling, but I took it off when I made my Robotnik custom. So, yeah, there's not really too much to talk about here. I did write his name, Robotnik, on this side, as well as a little E, which is a reference to Eggman. My thought is that he probably works for a government agency or something, and the initial for the company he works for is just E. If anyone has any ideas, let me know in the comments. And that's basically it for Robotnik. Not really too much to say about him. Let's talk about Agent Stone for a bit now. So Stone was a pretty recent addition. I finished Robotnik a little while ago, but I didn't want to show him off. I finished Robotnik like a year ago, and the only reason I haven't shown him off earlier is because I wanted to get his rolling stock finished before I showed him off. But I decided it would probably be for the best to show you Dr. Robotnik as he is. Stone is a recent model. And he's made from a Trackmaster motorized Raoul model. I had one lying around and I was like, what if I just painted it black and made it into Agent Stone? It's rather thrown together, you may say, but I think it looks alright. Basically what I did was I cut Raoul's face off and gave it this new one. I know it doesn't have Stone's goatee that he has, but couldn't really think of a good way to translate that into a train. I may update it in future, but for right now, yeah. His chevron stripes, I painted those up in red to replace the yellow ones. They're they're red and black here. I imagine they're red because they match Dr. Robotnik to match Dr. Robotnik's color scheme, red and black. Because Stone is like Eggman's biggest follower or fanboy. And depending on what you believe, they may also be a couple, but besides that, I've been pulling the Sodor fuel truck because one of Stone's big things in the show, not in the show, in the movies, is he always is offering Agent Stone, Dr. Robotnik, lattes. And I thought in the Sonic the Steam Engine universe, the best thing to substitute a coffee / a latte for is just diesel fuel. So yeah. I also painted the entire model up in black. You can kind of see where the green and yellow of Raoul is poking through. But it's not too noticeable, I hope. To give him a bit more contrast, I made his roof gray. I know it should probably be black like the rest of him, but I wanted to give him some more color contrast because the entire model, if I decouple him from the coach, from the thing, the entire model is this black color. So I thought to give him some contrast, I'd give him a gray roof. And yeah, not really much else to say about Stone. If I can get the freaking there. I also have this little brake van at the back with a Lego guard on it. It also has a face. I call this brake van that I have here Samantha because, yeah, that's just what I do. Now, before I end the video, I'm just going to briefly bring up an updated model that I just updated a few days ago. Yep, it's Knuckles again. So I started working on a new model, and while working on that, I thought I'd update Knuckles to fit in a little bit better with her. You may be able to guess what that model was. Knuckles has since been given a freewheeling chassis rather than a normal one, and rather than being a tank engine, I've made him a tender engine. I know the wheels don't match. I plan on swapping the tender wheels with Henry's tender wheels at some point, maybe. Basically what I did was I scraped off all the paint on James's tender and all the lining and number and all that stuff, and basically just made it Knuckles' tender. My thought process is that he was just in so many battles over the years that his lining on his tender has just worn off completely. So, yeah, just a brief update with Knuckles. But that's going to do it for this custom spotlight on Dr. Robotnik and the loyal Agent Stone. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Where do we go from here? I actually don't know, because the model you expect me to do next, a certain black hedgehog, hasn't been completed yet, and I still don't have the parts for him. There's also another certain colored hedgehog who also is not finished yet, so I can't really show him off either. There might be a certain fiery cat that I could get to fairly soon, as I have finished her. Or maybe someone to go with my new Knuckles. A certain bat of some type. Although I feel like that would be more tied to the black hedgehog. Honestly, I really don't know what my next model will be. Honestly, I may just round off Team Rose with the final member of their team. I won't say too much else, though, because even I don't know what I'm doing after this. So, until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. I hate that tank engine.